Hi friends. Now let us take up the fourth concept in our CFG web series. This is understanding data types and variables. Actually, according to me, 90 plus percentage of programming students do not know the real meaning of these terms. These are the first and foremost concepts in our any programming study. Yeah, they don't have perfect conceptual understanding over these two concepts. The confusion is crept up, and its negative impact will be on all further concepts. These are most important concepts. That's why first you understand these two concepts from real life. Real life. Thereafter, as usual, I explain from programming angle. Now, let us see one example: article and container. Actually, in real life, several types of articles we use, and for example, pen, mobile phone, computer, sorry, laptop computer, files, college books, dress, etc. Different types of articles we use in our day-to-day life in different contexts. So, for all of them, specific containers we use. For pen, where you put your pen, pocket, short pocket, you put. You don't put in pant pocket. Okay, mobile phone, short pocket, laptop, a special bag, a special laptop bag is there. In that you put files, briefcase, college books, college bag, dresses while traveling and all that. Different types of depending on the volume of the dresses. Use backpack, airbag, trolley bag, suitcase, etc. and all that. So how many types of why so many types of containers? Pocket, briefcase, a college bag, a bag, airbag, suitcase, briefcase, trolley bag, gunny bag. Different types of containers why use I need not explain. Depending on the nature of the container, frequency of use, safety, and other factors you take into consideration, and you select the container whenever you select an article, and you select the container also in real life. Okay, now you see that where you want to put your mobile phone, definitely in your shirt pocket, not even pant pocket. Some people may put, you never put in briefcase or suitcase because you are supposed to use it very frequently. If you put in briefcase, you cannot hear the ring sound. Then how you can attend? If you open the briefcase and the tone will go, they may put off. So this I need not explain much, but depending on the context, I am explaining that. In programming also, actually programs deal with the data. Already explained to you. Suppose mark report program is there. Mark report program, several data items you entered, like your name, your class number, roll number, marks in papers, subject names, etc. and all that. So your that is data. All that is data. Okay. Then your program deals with the data or manipulate data and gives whatever result you want. Okay, that point I explained once again in detail. Okay, now here data. This term many times used in your life. Data. Data means it represents a value. Value means most of you think numerical values only. Not only numerical values. Your name is data. Your class number is a data, your roll number is a data, your age is data, your height is data, your weight is data. your grade data. So whatever value means not numerical, not only numerical, but also every value is a data. Okay, computers deal with the data. Already I showed you an example. Your mark percentage in three papers. That is data item. What you want? You want total marks. Then it is manipulated. Means they are summed up, and total marks will come. And average marks. How you get total marks by number of papers, three in this case. So average marks you are getting. So data should be manipulated to get the result that everybody knows. Data means any value. Okay, computer takes data, means you enter data from keyboard and it takes data. Where it stores, it does not dump. It does not dump. It stores in containers. What containers? Memory containers. Named memory containers. Actually, that means for all types of data, same type of containers not used. Memory containers are used. Suppose only three examples here I take. With that I explain. Suppose your age is one data item. Okay, your height is another data item. Your section, in college sections are there, na? A, B, C. So only three data items I am taking. Three data in their nature is different, because as far as age is concerned, now I ask you, what is your age? You tell 21, 22, 23. I know that it is a lie. Why it is a lie? Except on your birthday, it is not a whole number. Only on birthday it is whole number. However, our practice is whatever the complete days, now 22, some days are there, you tell my age is 22. So it is always whole number. You accept in some situations, always your age means as a whole number you represent. Your height, as far as your height is concerned, always it is a real number. You should not tell 5 and all that, because today it may be 5. After few months, it may be 5.1. Before few months, it may be 4 point something. So that's why it is a real number. Real number means fractional number. Why we call as real number? Accurate. It is an accurate number. That's why we call it a real number. Example I am telling you. 20 years, 5.1 feet. Okay. Now, as far as section is concerned, A section, B section, single character. Your grade, A grade, B grade, C grade, etc. and all that. So, if you take three data items, now this represent whole number, this represent real number, this represent single character. So, only three other data types, advanced data types are there. Just I am introducing. That's why only three data items we take. What we call them? Integer. Integer means integer always represents whole numbers, either positive, negative, or zero. Second one, this is a real number or fractional numbers. This is single character, simply called as character. Okay. Now, in C language, these are represented by some keywords, short words, int. These are represented by float. These are represented by char. Later we see that. Just in order to represent this one, this with big name you need not write. Just int if you write integer. Real number as a floating point. Why float and all that? Suppose one number is like this. So now this is a real number. Now I want to change its value. Just floating the point 123.45. By moving the point, I am changing its value. That's why in programming languages it is called floating point value, not real value. So real number. That's why it is represented by float. Next, char. Briefly I am explaining. Later we in the next training session detailedly we talk. So these are called data types. Data types. Okay, first you understand data types. Now what are the variables? Variable means from your childhood, you know, in mathematics. Mathematics. Actually, whatever quantity is subject to a change, you call it a variable. but programming variable is entirely different. It is entirely different. So because of that reason only, mathematical variable is different, programming variable is different. So many people do not know that. That's why they cannot get the correct concept, correct meaning of a programming variable. That's why that is the first concept. Whatever confusion they got, that is creeped up further. Many people, they are wonderful programmers also, they do not know why the variable name is given. Okay, that is a misnomer according to me, but I cannot change that. However, you have to understand the real meaning of it. Why these are called as variables in programming, I explain that you understand. Suppose I am writing like this: int age 20. One statement I am writing in programming. Now, what is happening? What is happening in computer memory? One memory container is allocated. One memory container is allocated in the computer, and its name is age. Its type is int. Its value is 20. Just you form a mental picture. Later I explain when we are implementing and all that. I show that this is entire stuff is called variable. Why it is called variable? Now I explain to you. Now your age is, now I ask you, what is your age? 20. What about in previous year? It was 19. 19 was replaced by 20. What about next year? 20 is replaced by 21. So in this manner, in this context, with this meaning, we call it as a variable. But mathematical variable is different, computer variable is different. This is the thing. So variable means what you understand: named memory container in which a constant is stored which may be replaced. So previous year 19 is a constant, integer constant. It is replaced by 20 this year. Next year 20 is replaced by 21. That point you have to. That's why it is called variable. Entire thing is called variable, and every container is having a type. Its type is int. And one more also I show you. Your float, your height 5.1. Now different types of container of different size is open, created in your memory, a computer memory. Its name is height, its value is 5.1, its type is float. Now you understand this also. Now today your age is exactly 5.1. After 6 months, maybe 5.2. So it is replaced by 5.2. Previous year, few months back, it was your height was 5.0. Understand? So it is a named memory container. Variable means named memory container, and in which a value is stored and it is having a type. Now come to this. Last one, your section. Char section A. Actually, single characters are stored like this. Then what happened? One memory container is allocated. In this A is stored. Its name is section and its type is char. In this way, variable is one memory container, one mental picture form. In this way, you can remember that this is the most fundamental concept, because after understanding this only, you start doing anything in programming. In the first section, you write this one only. Whatever data items you are going to use in the program, first you declare it. Declare it. That is called a declaration section. Declaration section. Whatever data items you want to use in your program, in the declaration section you declare. Why it is required? Suppose one example from real life only I tell you. Today you are inviting 10 guests to your home for dinner. Then what information you are supposed to give to your family members? Because they have to make arrangements. For that purpose, what you tell? If you are really prudent, what you tell? I have invited 10 guests. Out of that, 5 adult, 6 adult people, 4 children. Or 5 adult people, 3 children. two babies. Why you give this information? I don't tell you. Why? You are inviting 10 guests. What information you are supposed your family member knows that is different. Otherwise, what you get? I invited 10 guests for dinner. Out of that, 5 are adult people, 3 are children, 2 are babies. Okay, now I need not explain about that. Why we are doing this? What you are doing in real life, in programming also you have to do that. Otherwise, if you don't tell that, how arrangements are made by your family members, if you don't do this in the declaration section in the beginning itself, how your program can make arrangements? Understand? That is the logic. That's why every time I am telling you, learn every concept. Actually, know where you get. This is my concept. This is the Indianized way of explanation. So, if you want to learn programming just at one shot, then you understand every concept from real life. Then only you need not by heart at all. You can own it. And from the hour onwards, after completion of your third hour of study, you start writing projects. So, the very core concept, you understand that. If you require one more time, you watch the lecture and you should reach such a position. Somebody asks you, you must be in a position to explain. What is the greatness in that? Just own that as your personal experience, what you did yesterday. If I ask you how fluently you are able to explain, you explain this concept also with the same freedom and fluency.